Today on the Reno Handyman channel, we're replacing the first of many old style basement windows. The old hinged wood style. They're all with the exterior screen with glass block. And the process will be fairly straightforward. The glass block window is undersized, by a ½ inch to an inch on each side. And this board will be cut down the middle, pried up, and then the sides will be pried off, and then the top will be pried off. And you're supposed to have a helper. I do not. So my helper will be some 2½ inch construction screws set about a ¼ inch to a ½ inch in off the lip of the sill plate. And then we'll go ahead, sit the block in, level it from this side, and I use shims to hold it up to within a ¼ inch or so of the plate on the top. And then go ahead, begin to fill in the mortar on the base. And we'll put a screw in the top as well, so it just doesn't happen to fall back in on us, or myself, the plural me. And should be a fairly straightforward project. It'll probably take most of the day in the end, because I'll want to let the mortar set up on the base some before I go ahead and do the sides. And then the top will be caulked to the sill plate, and then I'll go ahead and fill in the edging here and give it a coat of the white paint after it dries, maybe next week, not positive. Okay, let's get started. Okay, after about 10 minutes, managed to pry everything out. Turns out, looks like I got some old termite damage here. Does not look fresh. It could just be dry rot. Most of it's outside of the house, but it's fairly solid here. The nail that was in over on this side on the top piece was extremely solid. Almost took my face off as I finally pried it off. Like this right here, obviously it's got some weakness to it. A lot of tall it out, but this is pretty good right there. Gotta clean up the hole. Some little friends there, but they mostly look dead. And overall, I'll have to clean this up a little bit when I'm done. But no, came out pretty easy. Usually it is. And there are 2 nails in the top, and then the rest is just nailed to itself with a little bit of filler in around the edges, which broke off, as you can see. So fairly straightforward. Now I'm gonna clean it out and vacuum it out, and go get the window and the mud and the shims and see about getting that thing in there to start with. Okay, quick update after being all cleaned out. Given some of the damage up on the bottom of the sill plate, I did hit it with a quick exterior primer. I'll let that dry for a little bit, just to kind of protect it some. And then also, because I don't want to use an entire bag of mortar, filled in some of the holes inside the cinder blocks with some pieces of brick that I had here handy. So fun, exciting times. Okay, at this point the concrete work's pretty much done. I'd put in concrete on each side, let it set up for over an hour, and then pulled out my shims and then filled in, and then did the sides as well. I'll need to come back in probably about 20 minutes, wipe down the glass face both inside and outside, and then it'll need caulked across the top. So maybe spend another hour total tops between cleaning it up, maybe putting a little texture on it with a brush and caulking it inside and out. And then this one will be done. So probably about 4 hours round trip from start to finish or so, from late morning to mid-afternoon, between mixing up the mortar or you know, cleaning it out, getting the old one out of here, getting the new one in, putting in the beginning pieces of mortar, and waiting for it to set up, and then going and packing in the final amount of mud, and now at the final cleanup. So, I mean, not bad. I mean, it could take a little longer. On a cold day like today, it was 30 degrees when I got here, so mortar didn't set up quite as fast as I had hoped. Obviously, if it's, you know, 90 degrees out and sunny, then it'd probably go a little bit quicker, because just waiting for that initial batch before you could pull the shims is the longest piece. And then you could come back and paint the sill here in a week after it cures some. Okay, I think that's about all. Woohoo! She's all done. Just needs one final cleaning after everything dries, and should be good to go then. But pretty much everything taken care of on it, except for that last cleanup. Get all the water spots off.